Hey pen friends, Layla here. Just wanted to come in with a little editor's note before the show starts. So I've read all the comments and I've taken all of your feedback into consideration, and there's going to be some changes made to the equipment of the show. I've already done things like make the pictures last a little longer on screen, things like that, but the camera will be changing, the mics will be changing, there will be some set changes, all to just optimize the For Your Penjoyment experience. So just bear with me while I make these changes, and I hope you like what comes out of it. Thanks. On with the show. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Layla.
And I'm Laura.
And this is For Your Penjoyment, a show about fountain pens and the joys they bring us.
Brought to you by Pen Boutique.
So how are you doing today, Laura?
Pretty good. We had our first snow of the season last week.
First and second.
Cool. First and second.
That's right.
And I had fun on the first snow. I dug out my neighbor Stan's driveway.
That is very sweet of you.
It was very fun. I enjoyed doing it.
That's awesome.
How about you?
I'm doing pretty well. The snow wasn't too terrible because we didn't have to come into work.
Yeah.
That
was very good.
That was wonderful.
Lena is very concerned about our safety.
So. Absolutely.
Yep.
So I had fun digging the walkway. I have a small little row home, so it's the walkway and the front sidewalk, and that's about it.
That's a good amount of digging, yeah.
I'm all about that. But it was good. Got to get cozy at home. It was nice.
I tried to throw a snowball at my brother, but he wouldn't let me, so I backed down.
You should have done it anyway.
I know.
You know, little sister vibes.
I'm a little sister, so, yeah.
He's not going to dunk your head in the toilet or anything. I mean, you never know. He's a wild card.
He wouldn't. No.
So, what pen are you using today?
Well, I have been using my Seaglass SD a lot recently. Because I have been trying a new notebook, which I will talk more about later. And this is a fine nib, and it looks really, really nice in the notebook. And the ink I have in here, Waterman Harmonious Green.
That's right.
Oh, I'm like really experiencing how much I love that ink because the shading shows up so well on the Midori paper.
Oh, very
nice.
Amazing.
It's super gorgeous. Because it's a little bit cream, I think it really brings out the beautifulness of this color.
Interesting.
And it's a great match for this pen. I'm really, really loving it.
I love that.
What about you? What are you using?
I am using my handy dandy Pilot E95S.
Where is it?
It's right here.
Oh, it's hiding. It's so little.
It's hiding. It's so little, exactly. But it's a gem to write with. You know, I don't normally gravitate to this pen because I have other pens that have a little more bounce to them. But today I really wanted to write with writer's blood, which is what I have inked in here. And it's been super pleasant.
What nib do you have in yours?
Fine nib.
Oh, I have a medium in mine, that color.
Of course.
I have 3 different colors of that pen. I really like that pen. But I recently heard a very sad piece of news.
Go, do tell.
The burgundy and ivory color is being discontinued.
I know, that's breaking my heart. It's such a unique color combo.
It's so vintagey looking.
Exactly.
Why Pilot? Maybe they're doing it just to tease us and they'll bring it back.
Fingers crossed.
I love that color, so.
Maybe they'll introduce a new color and we'll have to get a new version of this pen.
That would be really cool.
That would be fun.
If that was their secret scheme. But if anybody really loves this color, they better grab it now because it's going to
go away. Yeah. That's a bummer.
It is a bummer. We're not all about bummers on this show. We're about joy. But
we are about joy, and the joy is actually using this pen.
Yes, that pen is a total joy to use.
Exactly. It's a great writer. It's consistent. I have no issues with it whatsoever.
Yeah, I love mine.
Yeah. So, let's talk about new stuff in store.
Yeah.
We have an exciting announcement.
We do.
We now carry some limited Novelar pens.
But wait a sec.
It's actually pronounced narwhal,
You
according
just
to the
told me
company.
that.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. I was going to clarify.
Okay.
I did a little deep dive, and the brand says they pronounce the name narwhal, so I'm going with that.
All right.
We've got 4 models. Actually, 1 model in 2 colors and 2 different models. We have the original
Okay.
demonstrator, which I'll show you right here.
Ooh, pretty demonstrator.
It's a pretty demonstrator. I know
Yeah.
you don't favor
No,
demonstrators.
I don't like demonstrators, but that's okay. To each his own. I know a lot of people
Exactly.
love them.
As far as demonstrators go,
Yeah.
this is pretty straightforward. A piston filler, it's great.
It looks like a classic demonstrator.
Exactly.
And that's cool that it's a piston filler.
We also have the original in black.
Ooh, non-demonstrator.
Non-demonstrator. This is
Very
more your
nice.
speed.
This
Exactly.
is more my speed. Classic black.
Classic black. And I like narwhal pens. They're great
so
writers.
you already own a few narwhal pens?
I
'Cause
own
this
2
brand's
of them.
totally new to me, but you know a little bit
Yeah,
about it.
they're smooth.
Yeah.
I like them a lot.
Cool.
And I like their incapacity. We also have the model, the Nautilus, in ruby koi.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is very interesting because when I was looking at this, I was thinking it looks kind of like a submarine. That's why.
The ink window is definitely reminiscent of a
it's got
submarine.
this little round ink window.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, when you put it on the side, it totally. That's cute.
But it's a little cutie. I like the
That
red
is cute.
details. It's wonderful.
Huh, that's
And
cool.
then lastly, we have the Narwhal Pen of the Year,
Ooh.
the 2024 Dragon.
Whoa.
Now, this is the same design.
Yeah, but
it has
it's
the ink
much
windows.
fancier.
It is much more elevated. Yes.
So it's got sparkly element, and it's got like a what is this on the ring? It's
This is just a gold band with dragon detail.
oh wow.
It's very cool. I like the impressions in the metal.
Yeah, the colors, it makes it look like fire, like the fire that the dragons breathe in. or something.
Exactly. The nib is
That's
also
really
really
cool.
cute. Yeah, I'm a fan.
That's pretty cool. Wow.
Absolutely.
Something new. That's
something
always
different. I'm
exciting.
excited to carry it.
Wow.
We also have the new Sailor Pro Gear Slim
Oh,
in
yeah.
First Snow.
That's right.
Let's take a look.
Pretty appropriate since we had our first snow.
Exactly. Pretty timely,
Very
right?
timely. Very
Can you hold that
timely,
up for me,
Sailor.
Laura?
I will try not to hold it behind the microphone. Here we go.
So it comes in this beautiful box set. The pen itself is gorgeous, and it comes with an ice gray ink.
Ooh,
It's the perfect
did
combo.
You swatch the ink?
I sure did.
Wow.
It's
okay.
a beautiful color.
Nice.
Yeah.
So this pen has little snowflakes all over it, right?
Yeah.
And it's sort of metallic looking.
It's got a little bit of
snowflakes.
shimmer to it.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's whimsical.
Yeah.
I
yeah,
like that.
It's much more whimsical than any of the other pens.
I would agree with you.
Far.
Yeah,
It's
like
kind of fun.
it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's cute. Nice.
Next up, I'm excited for a new release from Pilot, and
Yeah.
it's a spin on an old release, let's say.
Okay.
So we have the new Pilot Kakunos
Mm-hmm.
in their new clear colors.
Okay.
So let's hold these up.
Uh-oh, another demonstrator
Another-
thing to tease me with.
Another clear pen. But we've got clear pink.
Oh, wow. I love that. Wow. That is a really, really pretty color pink.
Exactly.
I like that.
Now,
It's not like a baby pink. It's got a little bit
It's
of
got some
warmth
depth to it,
It's
yeah.
like, yeah. I like that a lot, actually.
we also have clear coral.
Oh,
Which
okay.
is definitely, I would consider a spicier pink. It's a little more punchy.
And they're similar, but seeing them together, they're definitely different. That's
Exactly.
cool that they came out with 2 different colors that are very similar, but they're not.
I like that
They've
a
each
lot.
got their own personality, and yeah, it would appeal to
Exactly.
different people, I think.
And we've also got the clear green.
Huh? Which is more of a chartreuse.
That's exactly right. It is definitely
Yeah.
more of a chartreuse. It leans yellow, but it's a pretty color.
That's cool. It looks like a highlighter.
It certainly does. We also have the clear aqua.
Ooh, I like that one.
That's very pretty.
That one looks like a beautiful ocean, like in Bonaire or somewhere like that.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
really nice.
Bonaire.
Really nice.
And then lastly, we have this clear dark blue.
Huh, okay, that's
Kind of like a
though.
storm cloud.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
I like that a lot.
Wow, they picked really cool colors.
They did. And in traditional Kakuno fashion, they come in fine and medium nibs. And, I have to say, I forgot them as part of the beginner pen conversation.
And the other special thing about them is they have a smiley face on the nib.
They sure do.
Speaking of joy.
Cutest little detail.
It's
I
so
love
cute.
that.
It's really, really cute.
Yes.
Now, this nib is the same nib that's in the Metropolitan, except for the smiley face part.
Exactly.
But it writes exactly the same.
Writes beautifully.
Yeah, that's a great, fun little pen.
Exactly. In terms of pens, lastly, we have some new Deltas.
Ooh, okay.
We have two new colorways for the Delta DV.
Ooh, wow.
We have...
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
I feel like this color, not quite, but almost matches my shirt.
This color's called Nobile.
I like that color.
It's very, kind of Valentine's Day-ish.
Kind of. It's very regal looking, I think.
With the gold accents,
well, nobile
yes.
means noble in Italian.
Right.
Yeah.
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 Regal indeed.
That's pretty sophisticated looking.
And I think one step above that is the blue and gold combination.
I don't
called
know.
Imperial.
Ooh, Imperial. Wow.
I favor blues typically. I think the blue and gold is lovely.
I don't know. For some reason, I'm going for this one.
Okay, we can agree to disagree on this one.
Own.
To each their own, exactly. But they have 18 karat gold nibs.
And they're piston fillers.
And they're piston fillers.
Yeah.
And when you purchase them, they also come with a bottle of ink.
Oh, nice.
Neat little detail.
Cool.
I like them a lot.
Very nice.
Very nice.
These are some kind of different things this week.
Now, guess what we finally got in?
Does it have to do with...
It most certainly does.
Ooh.
We have the new Colorverse 2024 Dragon inks. Now, I swatched all of these, and they are freaking gorgeous.
I haven't seen it yet. I can't wait to see it.
So,
I'm hiding.
First up,
I don't want to be spoiled.
I know.
All right. Can I look yet?
You sure can. So this is the original Blue Dragon.
Oh my gosh. It matches your hair again.
Those petrol-y blue colors. I love them.
Pretty.
Look at that red sheen on that.
It's really rich too. Wow, I'm seeing the sheen now. It's like purplish red.
Yeah.
This is so gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
I was super excited about this when we got them in.
I want this.
It was also released.
Let's see the other ones.
In 3 glistening options as well.
Okay, so it's the same color, but with 3 different glistening choices. Wow, that's so cool.
So first you have glistening silver.
Ooh, okay. That's very elegant looking, I would say.
Now this one stands out the most in my opinion, the glistening gold.
Oh, wow.
That shimmer just pops.
Huh. With the gold and the petrol-y, teal-y color, it looks sort of greeny overall.
Yeah.
Interesting. It's very different looking than the silver one.
Exactly. And then lastly, we have glistening blue.
Oh, ooh.
It's just a fun little accent.
It's almost sort of a turquoisey blue.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, which one's your favorite?
I'm going to have to say the glistening gold is my go-to.
Not mine.
Yeah, and I love the original as well. The sheen is brilliant.
I like the original the best.
Mm-hmm.
And then my second favorite is the glistening blue.
Huh.
I don't know why. Those just appeal
It just speaks to you.
Yeah. But they're all cool. And
exactly.
wow, that's a really interesting idea. They decided to do 4 different versions.
And I love it.
I like that. Yeah.
And then lastly, we have a Noodler's ink.
Okay.
And in typical Noodler's fashion, it has a funky little name. It is Catfish Cupid's Legion.
What?
Just in time for Valentine's Day. It's a beautiful scarlet red.
Catfish
Cupid's Legion.
I'm trying to wrap my brain around this name. Okay.
But it's a pretty color. I like the way it writes, too.
Oh, yeah, it does write really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's cool.
So how did that conversation start?
Okay, so we were sitting around together talking, brainstorming, and I was talking about how last show we talked about all those new beginner pens, and I was thinking about, like, a couple people mentioned to me they were curious about trying fountain pens because of watching our show.
Yeah.
But what do you use a fountain pen for? What do you use your pens for? Yeah, it's cool having a pen.
Oh, sure. It's cool owning a pen, but how often are you going to utilize the thing? What are you going to use it for? What is it about the pen that it encourages writing more?
Right.
So we did our own personal inventory of what we actually use our collection for.
Right. Like when I first got a pen, I got it because I wanted a fountain pen and because I wanted to use it to write letters to my pen pal who used fountain pens. But then I was like, wow, I love this pen, but I want to use it for other stuff too. I want to brainstorm what I can use pens for because it's so fun having a fountain pen.
Absolutely.
So I thought that would be an interesting topic to talk about. When you have a pen and you're excited about having a fountain pen,
Right.
what are you going to do with the pen?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we came up with our own lists of what we use our pens for. And I'm all about sharing that with our little pen community.
Not me. I don't want to share.
You share as much as you're comfortable with. How about that?
All right. I like that.
So my number one usage for my pens
Yeah.
is creative writing.
Wow. Okay.
I'm a writer. I write all the time. And I write short stories. I write personal essays, the occasional poem. I write whatever comes to me.
Very cool.
So that is my number one use
Wow.
for my pens.
Your number one use.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Wow.
Absolutely.
Very, very cool, Layla.
What about you?
Ooh. All right. I don't know what my number one use is. Do I have to say my number one use?
Not necessarily. You
How
can
about
say
my
a
number
use.
10? No, just kidding. Well, I wrote down a list. But it was hard for me at first to think, and then I was like, I'm going to brainstorm. And I wrote down a list of everything that I could think of at the time. So I'm going to start reading my list, and we can comment on it. And-
Yes, please.
All right. So my first thing on my list was taking notes at meetings. For example,
Super relevant.
when we're planning the show.
That's
or
right.
having a meeting with Lena or just interviewing somebody for my blog or something like that. I like using a pen rather than typing. It's easier to scribble down quick notes with a pen.
I agree.
My next thing was brainstorming creatively. Because when you're brainstorming, again, it's easier to use a fountain pen than to type it for me. It
Right.
just feels more creative.
It's a little more fluid, a little more
Yes.
organic, in my opinion.
Yeah, and you're more engaged with the other person. You don't have your
Yes.
head buried in your computer or in your phone.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I use that for like my blog or for brainstorming for the show or whatever, creative things. This one's kind of weird,
Okay, I'm listening.
but drawing at church.
I was tickled when you told me this one. What can you expand on that
Yes.
for me?
So I go to church with my mom, and I always grab the children's bulletin.
Go on.
And I bring 3 or 4 pens with me with different colored inks. And I don't do this during like prayers or Bible readings or stuff like that. But when the minister's doing his sermon, I get out my pens and I start coloring the pictures or like drawing details on the clothes or things like
Sure.
that. Or I'll doodle in my notebook that I have with me. I bring this write notebook with me.
Yeah.
And it helps me listen to what he's saying without my mind wandering.
Yeah.
Because otherwise I might accidentally start thinking about work or looking out the window and, thinking about stuff outside or whatever. But using my brain to write with my color with my pen, draw with my pen, it helps me focus. And I'll also sometimes take notes and stuff, but mostly it's just to help me focus because you use a different part of the brain to
Absolutely.
draw than to listen.
No, I'm
So
similar.
It's kind of yeah.
That's a fun one.
Tell me some of yours, and then I'll do some more of mine.
Okay. What goes hand in hand with creative writing? Editing.
Oh, okay.
So when I'm going over my first draft, I use different ink colors to give me some direction as to like what to change about the draft. Like blue could stand for like consider revising this dialogue. Pink could be like get rid of this. It's color coded in a way that inspires me, and all the colors are very like the color story that I use is cohesive.
So do you always use the same color for the same thing, or does it just...
I wish I was more standardized
Yeah.
than that, but it just flows. I feel colors.
Yeah,
if
Oh,
you know what
that's
I
cool,
mean.
yeah.
Like whatever I'm vibing with that day,
Yeah.
that's what I go for.
Oh, I like that.
It's a lot of fun.
But you know later what it means.
I know later what it means. So when I'm transcribing my first draft on the computer,
Yeah.
I'm easily editing as I go.
Oh, I love that. It's
a lot of
cool.
fun, and it calms my brain down to
Yeah.
utilize the different colors.
Right, kind of like I was saying, using these different colors it helps my brain just relax and listen better.
We live in a world full of noise. You know what I
Yes.
mean?
Yeah.
Whatever quiets the brain, I'm going to do. Absolutely.
Very cool.
Second to, or third, I guess, to creative writing and editing is journaling.
I
So
know you do a lot of journaling.
I do so much journaling.
I do not journal.
I want to remember so many things.
Me too, but I never do.
So I will write about my day. It's raw, it's real, it's unfiltered.
But it would be fun to peek into your journal.
It would be something.
I wouldn't do that.
Thank you. What about you? Give me one more use for your pens.
Okay, the next one is another very me one. A companion when I go out by myself to a cafe or concert.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Do
so
tell.
I don't always go with a friend. I like doing stuff by myself a lot. I just enjoy. I like being with people sometimes, but I also enjoy my own company.
Yeah.
And if I go to a cafe, a restaurant, or a concert, not like a loud rock concert, but a concert where I'm sitting at a table,
Yeah.
I like to have a pen with me so that I can... I don't know how to describe it. How was I describing it when we were talking about it before? It's
Well-
not like to tell people, don't talk to me.
No.
And it's not like I feel weird about being by myself, so I need a pen. But it's just,
It sounded like a form of engagement for you.
yeah.
Like
It's
a way to connect with the material or the scene
Yes,
going on.
right. Because I'll write down things that I'm experiencing. Like I like writing down the set list when I'm in a concert.
Love that.
Or I might write down a food that I particularly like if I'm at a restaurant. Or let's say I'm at a cocktail bar and I get a drink I really like. I ask the bartender, what's in this? I'll write down the ingredients.
Yeah.
Or I'm just like enjoying being by myself and observing things that inspire me from my surroundings. Like I might notice a really beautiful color combination. I want to write that down so I'll remember it. Stuff like that.
That's interesting.
And sometimes when I'm using a pen in public and I'm all by myself, people will notice it and ask me about it, which is cool. I like that. But it's not like I'm doing it so people will notice it.
Right.
I'm just doing it because
It feels good.
I like it. Yeah.
No, when I was an optician, I was the optician with the fountain pen. And there were rare occasions in which the patient in front of me would say, oh, and they would reach into their bag, their purse, their pocket, whatever, and pull out their fountain pen.
Oh, wow.
And it always, and for the folks that weren't fountain pen enthusiasts, they always ask questions.
Yeah, yeah.
It was, a lot of it was, oh, you got one of them old tiny pens, which I'm like, okay,
Most
that's
of
a
your
starting
pens
point.
or I would say none of your pens are
None of
very
my pens are old tiny.
at all.
Exactly. But it was fun to engage in that dialogue with people. It was cute.
Yeah.
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 Something else I use my pen for, and I know you use your pen for as well, letter writing.
Yes. That was the original reason I got one.
That's right.
Yeah.
I feel lucky to have the pen pals that I do. My brother, since I enabled him, he started writing me letters.
Oh, I love that.
I sent him
wow.
a stationery for Christmas, the Cartos stationery.
Nice.
This beautiful blue and green color, which is right in his wheelhouse.
Yes.
He wrote me a letter recently.
Aww.
And he's a little extra. I love him so much. He's a little extra, so he did a wax seal on the envelope. Very cute.
Very cool.
I love that detail.
Yeah, I don't write as many letters as I used to, but I do write cards sometimes, and I always love showing off my ink and the way how it looks unique when you write with a pen. It looks, with a fountain pen, it looks, people can tell this isn't a roller roll, this isn't a ballpoint, and they appreciate that it looks special.
I agree.
Yeah, and it's just a lot more enjoyable to write letters and cards when you're using a special pen.
Exactly.
Instead of whatever, random ballpoint or whatever. One thing I use my pens for that isn't writing is I like to fiddle with them when I'm a little bit nervous.
I can relate.
You're holding a pen in your hand. You're in a situation where, for me, I'm very shy. So if I have to speak to people I don't know very well or stuff like that, the other day I had to do that, and I noticed I was kind of snapping the clip on my pen. It wasn't this pen, but it was a Lamy All-Star. So it's like,
it is a satisfying clip to play
and
with.
it's just sort of, I'm not the kind of person that fiddles a lot. I don't I would never use a fidget spinner or stuff like that. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I just don't do that kind of thing. But I do sometimes play with my pen, and it makes me sort of calmer and just, a lot of pens, part of the appeal to them is the texture or the way the clip is or the way the pen screws together or stuff like that. Yeah. It's just, pens are a very sensory-oriented thing.
I'm in complete agreement
and
with
that's
you.
Part of their appeal and part of why I love them. It's not just about the writing. It's also about the way they feel and how you respond to them emotionally and how they make you feel calm or engaged or excited or just,
we write a lot.
Yeah.
What do you write in? We've talked about notebooks on the episode before.
Right.
But, for me, I tend to compartmentalize, and I have a different notebook for everything.
Oh, okay. This is very interesting because I've been exploring something about this, but I want you to tell about your thing first.
So it's going to sound a little ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I'm going to show you my notebook collection. Prepare to be dazzled, or something. So I have a notebook for everything.
These are all active, or some of
these are all active.
Whoa!
And they're all for different things.
Okay, this is really cool.
So first of all
right,
I've got my show notebook.
Right.
I write down my show notes, battle of the pens ideas, etc.
With cool stickers on the front.
I put stickers on everything.
And this is an Oasis notebook.
This is an Oasis.
I love Oasis.
My second Oasis notebook is my therapy journal.
Oh, that one's black.
That one is black. I would make the joke black like my soul, but my soul is very vibrant, so I'm not going to do it.
And you've got different stickers on that one.
This is a work notebook.
Okay.
Anything I need to remember that Lena tells me, things that I'm learning on the job, all goes in here.
Yeah, nice. And that's an Emacine.
That's an Emacine.
Yeah.
And then my write notebooks.
Okay.
First drafts and... Oh.
You dropped a sticker.
It's okay. First drafts go in here.
Ooh, okay.
Yep. I am also on the board of a nonprofit organization. So all that nonprofit work goes here.
Nice. Nice.
Then we've got my journal. Which...
With a What We Do in the Shadows sticker on the front.
I love that show.
Me too.
That was one of the first things we bonded over.
Wait, what was the topic of this one? The notebook?
Oh, the journal.
I got distracted by the sticker. Journal, okay.
And then lastly, this is my first work notebook that I filled with all kinds of work nonsense that I still keep around to refer to.
Right, like Battle of the Pen brainstorms that we did that we haven't
Exactly.
used yet.
There's a lot of
stuff like that.
brainstorming in here that I want to like refer back to. Now that I've exposed myself as a notebook collector.
Oh, just notebooks. Okay.
just notebooks. Tell me about what you write in.
So this is, okay, I'm not going to tell you what I write in yet because I want to mention
Yes.
that I have just started experimenting with Traveler's Notebook. I want to write a blog about it, but I just got one, so I don't feel quite ready to finish the blog yet because I need to experience it for a little bit longer. But I really, really like it so far. So this is what a Traveler's Notebook looks like, if you don't know.
Yeah.
It's just a cover. A leather cover, which we'll talk more about this on another show. Because I want to do a show on this. But it's a leather cover, and you can put in different inserts.
Up to 4, you said,
Well,
right?
I mean, you could put more of that, but it would get pretty unwieldy.
Bulky, yeah.
But you can, like, switch them in and out. They're easy to take in and out. So you could, well, right now I only have two different notebooks in here, and I have a little, like, pocket thingy.
Nice.
But, yeah, you could put in 4 at probably the most, and you can mix and match which ones. And there's, like, a zillion different ones, which is part of why I'm still exploring this. There are a lot of choices.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
I think your system works for you. But another option would be, instead of having a zillion different notebooks like that, you could just have one Traveler's Notebook and different refills and take them in and out and have each one for a different purpose.
You know, that was my first thought when you told me you were experimenting with it and you actually showed me.
Right, because it's, a much smaller thing to carry around.
Oh, it's much more compact.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll be less lopsided with my bag.
Yeah.
That is really cool. I like the rustic look of the leather cover.
Yeah.
And, like, as you use it, apparently you get, like, weathered spots on it, which is kind of nice.
Right. I mean, I've only had this one for a little over a week, so obviously that didn't happen yet. But, yeah, it gets unique to you. It gets scratches and,
I love that.
Yeah. I really want to get one of my own. This is one that the Travelers people sent me to experiment with, and we're going to keep it in the store so that customers can see it and try out the paper and stuff too. But I really like the paper.
You said it was Midori
It's Midori paper, and I hadn't used Midori paper too much before, and I'm just like, wow, I really, really like the Midori paper. And I also experimented with a few other types of inserts. One is called sketch paper.
Nice.
And one's called watercolor paper.
Ooh.
So, yeah, those are really fun. But I want to do, like, more of a whole show about that. Not a whole show, but, like, where I really get into it.
About it in the future.
But, yeah, I'm enjoying it a lot so far and having fun coming up with ways that I want to use it.
Traveler's Notebooks felt very intimidating to me until now.
Yeah. Because I didn't really
cool.
understand how it worked before I was able to play with this.
Right.
Yeah. So I got that I want to get one of my own and play with it. So that's a future Laura notebook. Other notebooks that I already use are this little right pocket ledger. Like I said, I keep this in my backpack. I have like a little mini backpack instead of a purse. And anytime I need to write down a quick little thing or if I want to doodle or whatever, I use this. And then in the store, I usually use the Nemesis notebook.
Yeah.
I really like that one. I don't have any wild stickers on mine, just some washi tape.
I could give you some stickers if you'd like.
No, it's okay. And then for the show, I have one of these. Meeting notebook. I just like the layout of that. For what we planning.
Super practical.
It's like easier to see very clearly while I'm talking during the show. Just glance down. The way it's laid out is really good. So yeah, those are the ones that I use regularly now. But yeah, I want to explore the Travelers one more and transition into using that for a lot of different things that I'm kind of coming up with more and more ideas about. because I want to, like we were saying, I want to use my pens more. And I think having one would inspire me to use my pens for more stuff, like lists that I want to make and stuff like that. Yeah.
Very cool. So, you folks out there, I challenge you to come up with what you use your pens for and comment down below.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think that'd
really
be a fun
curious to
exercise.
hear what other people use their pens for.
Exactly. I think it'd be cool.
Yeah.
So take a minute to comment. We'd love to read what you write.
We would.
Lastly, we've got the silly segment.
I thought I was being silly for the whole show.
I mean, you have been, but now we have a dedicated segment to be silly in.
Now I'm going to start being serious.
No. So Laura came up with this silly segment.
Yes.
Do you want to talk about it?
I don't even remember what it is. Wait. Oh, I got my notebook. Let me check.
Something about the month of February.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Considering February is right around the corner.
Right, because this episode, we hope, is coming out on January 31st.
As long as we don't get snowed in,
Right.
it'll come out the 31st.
Right. So I was thinking, February has a lot of cool things that happen during it.
For a short month, it's pretty jam-packed.
So I brainstormed all the great things that happen in February.
Sure.
And I told you what they were. And we both rose to the challenge and came up with Pen Boutique products for each of the things to celebrate during February.
That's right.
All right. So I put these in chronological order. First important thing to celebrate in February, Black History Month.
Yep.
What do you have for Black History Month?
I have the Mont Blanc Muhammad Ali fountain pen.
Ooh.
He is a great character. He is an inspiration to many.
He is.
He is an integral part of this month and the Black community as a whole.
Very cool.
I wanted this pen as part of my selection.
All right. Very nice choice. My choice was another heroic figure.
Yeah.
The Retro 51 Frederick Douglass pen.
Very nice.
And this pen comes in both fountain pen and rollerball.
Very cool.
I picked a fountain pen, but they're both awesome. And it has a little picture of Frederick Douglass on the top.
I love that.
And I really like this texture on this one.
May I feel?
It's very cool.
Ooh, that's satisfying.
Yeah, it's very sophisticated looking. It's, it honors a great man, and it looks appropriate. It's not silly looking. It's really cool, really, what word am I looking for? Yeah, this is one of my favorite Retro 51 pens, actually.
Yeah.
I often recommend this one to people, and just because I love the way it looks and because it's inspiring. And another one, this was my pick, but I also considered picking the Harriet Tubman pen, which is also really, really cool. I love both of those pens, and they're two of my favorites from Retro 51.
Nice.
But I'm really pleased that they came out with a fountain pen version of both of them. So that's very exciting.
Excellent.
All right.
What's our next holiday?
Our next holiday, another really important one,
Uh-oh.
Groundhog Day.
Arguably the most important.
Arguably, if you're Bill Murray.
If you're Bill Murray, exactly. So I selected the Sailor Pennsylvania ink because Punxsutawney Phil is in Pennsylvania.
Very clever.
That's right.
Huh.
You gave me the option of inks. I had to do it.
Yes, anything is a possibility. Hey, where did I put mine? Okay. I picked Sailor Luminous Shadow because the groundhog sees his shadow.
Clever.
And this one is in fog gray. It's the only one we have left. This is a really special pen, and we have a really good deal on this pen, too. So
It's like almost half off, isn't it?
yeah.
It's wild.
And this is like a very large, like King of Pen size sailor. It's got the King of Pen nib, but it's a different shape than any of the other ones. So
That's pretty cool.
that's a cool one. Luminous shadow.
What else do we have?
Next important holiday, of course, the most important one,
Yep.
Opera Day.
Now, I didn't select anything for this one.
What?
there wasn't really much to work with in the store, and I didn't want to repeat. So tell me about your Opera Day selection.
I picked the Maria Callas from Mont Blanc, of course. This is actually extremely pretty pen.
It's gorgeous.
I love the little jewel on there. I love the beautiful turquoise color.
Yeah.
And I'm a big opera fan, so I threw in Opera Day just to be silly.
I don't think I've ever noticed the metal detail down here.
It's got like a ring of laurel on it. Yeah. It's really beautiful. It's a really beautiful pen. And it's a beautiful shape that's really...
It's just really elegant.
Yeah, it's really elegant and like kind of womanly looking. Yeah, it's pretty. It's a really pretty pen.
So after Opera Day...
Opera Day, I think, is February 8th. Everyone needs to celebrate that.
We've got Valentine's Day coming up after.
No. You skipped.
Oh, what did I skip?
Chinese New Year.
Forgive me. I apologize. So for that, I have our newest product, the Narwhal 2024 Dragon.
Very nice. True.
I saw it. This pen is gorgeous. Year of the Dragon.
Right, it's going to be Year of the Dragon.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, I did another Year of the Dragon, but not as new as that one. I did Namiki Emperor Makie Chinkin Dragon.
Oh, my goodness.
That is like one of our most wow pens.
It really is. The detail is stunning.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's really cool.
Very cool. Okay, now that I've jumped the gun, then we got Valentine's Day. Kudos to the folks who love celebrating it. But I did my best for this one.
Okay.
I picked the Scarlet Estabrook Esty.
Oh, that's pretty. That's a nice choice.
I picked it because the color, to me, evokes passion.
Okay.
So,
see that.
A little bit of a reach.
Yeah.
But I stand by it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of passion, pelican passion.
You and your pelicans.
We've got these heart pelican boxes.
That's cute.
That say Pelican on them, and you can put whatever you want in there. So, of course, I put a pelican. The Rose Quartz M205.
Oh, how cute is that?
And then you could put like some chocolates or something down here.
Perfect gift.
Perfect gift.
I had no idea we had these.
Yeah.
That's wild.
You can put whatever you want. It doesn't have to be a pelican.
Sure.
But it should be.
It should be.
It really should.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. What's our next holiday?
I do believe it's President's Day.
Where's
This was
mine?
a toughie.
It was a toughie.
Yeah.
For you, not for me.
Well, I didn't want to be too on the nose.
I know, yeah. We talked about how we both considered doing the JFK Mont Blanc, but that's a little too obvious.
A little too obvious, exactly. So I picked the Colorverse Stars and Stripes American Special Ink.
It. Very nice
Felt
choice.
very presidential to me.
Very presidential.
It's a beautiful blue. I'm happy with it.
That's cool. And it applies to all presidents.
Exactly.
Well, I've got a pen that doesn't apply to all presidents, but many presidents
Sure.
used the Cross Townsend matte black.
Huh.
This one is a fountain pen. I think we may have a few other variations.
Sure.
Don't know whether the presidents usually used a fountain or a
Ballpoint
or roller ball, but it's a pen that many presidents used. It's well known. Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yep. Cross Townsend. As you can see, it's very classic and
It is
presidential looking.
That's pretty cool.
Yep.
And then last but certainly not least.
Ooh, my favorite, because it's special this year.
That's right. We are actually experiencing a leap year this year. This was the biggest reach of all for me.
Not me.
So here's my logic.
Okay.
Leap year
Yeah.
occurs in the shortest month, February.
Correct.
And the birthstone of February is amethyst.
Yeah.
So I picked Diamine Amazing Amethyst to represent leap year. Don't judge me.
Okay. I love amethyst.
I love amethyst too.
Not quite sure what that has to do with leaf, but
Let's just go with it.
perfect choice.
Excellent.
Layla.
Thank you.
Brilliant.
I do my best.
All right.
All right, what you got?
My leap year thing is Esterbrook tree frog pen page clip.
It does leap.
It leaps.
Well done.
Leap.
That was a good one. I like that.
Here it is. You know what I could do with this?
Oh, harass me with it. So that's all the time we have for today, folks.
I'm exhausted.
The silliness got to you.
Yes.
So, on behalf of everyone here at Pen Boutique, have a great February.
Yes, happy February.
Happy February. Keep writing.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us what you use your pens for
Yes.
down below.
Absolutely.
Like, comment, subscribe.
And don't tell me the microphone's blocking my face, please.
We're doing the best we can, folks. We're learning as we go. Until next time.
Bye.
Bye. I love it.
And it's got this fun clip that you can threaten people with.
You can Thank you for threatening me today. Excuse me.
That's a good outtake.
I'm a mess.
I'm grinning because I just noticed your inky fingers.
I've got some inky fingers. Inky fingers, happy heart.
That's right.
That's right.
Very nice.